Hi there. I have to apologize. Yesterday I placed a clip on YouTube but decided it was too depressing and therefore I took it off. I had tried to prove that you are the luckiest people this side of the universe. As it turned out, the proof was unbearable. I am going to rework it and will put it back on sometime this week. Today, if you have time, I will quickly give you an update on what is a Rubik's Cube legacy project. A brazen game to rewrite history, as Rachel Maddow of MSNBC calls it. Wait, that's not Rachel, that one is a model. But she was cute too, wasn't she? Here's Rachel. As usual, whenever it gets tacky for George W., the major media falls into a deep sleep. But there are a few voices that have picked the story up. Huffington Post was one, here are two more. The tenor is Rove was recalled to the White House to manage the legacy project. As to his legacy, I have made up my mind already. The Bush legacy is based upon his reverse Midas touch. Whatever gold he touches turns to crap. And I think my opinion is well founded if you just give a look at this chart that shows the budget deficit. Hit the pause button if you need to look at it longer. Sure, that problem was in part caused by a war for which, as I will provide proof in a second, he invented the reason, the threat of mushroom clouds. And that is what I want to concentrate on today. There's overwhelming evidence that he, from day one of his presidency, and not after 9/11, he tried to find a reason for an invasion of Iraq. On January 11, 2004, former Treasury Secretary Paul O'Neill went public on 60 Minutes to promote a book written by Arthur Susskind and entitled The Price of Loyalty, available at Amazon for $5 or $6. It reports about O'Neill's experience in dealing with George Bush and how the White House under Bush had been run at the time. More interesting is that O'Neill reported that literally from the first week after inauguration, long before 9/11 even happened, Bush was trying to find a way to send troops to Iraq and oust Batman Saddam Hussein. In order to find opinions that would support justification in the eyes of the public, Dick Cheney went to various universities and ordered studies, including this one here, of which we have a copy in hand. The study says that Hussein used his oil supply strategically to achieve whatever objective he may have had at the time. Well, wait a second. Was it the fact that his father let Hussein go so quickly in the first Gulf War, or was it oil? Of course, either way, Bush could not go public with the idea to get Hussein out of office by claiming he wanted his oil. So next they came up with the smoking gun argument, invented by a speechwriter who later was hired by the Washington Post. We don't want the smoking gun to be a mushroom cloud. Ingenious. Or, in 6 months Hussein has weapons of mass destruction. To get more facts together, Bush sent Valerie Plame's husband, an ambassador to Nigeria, where there was no evidence whatever that Hussein had bought anything, let alone nuclear material. Cheney continued claiming Hussein had bought nuclear material from Nigeria. To convince Congress, Rumsfeld suggested sheepishly that we may be received singing and with flying kites. We invaded Iraq, but did not find any WMDs. The rest is history, or is it? Actually, the cover-up had just begun. Wolfowitz proposed that maybe the WMDs were destroyed before the war. Right. At times I think these guys use pliers to put their pants on. When interviewed on air by ABC and told that the majority of Americans thinks the Iraqi war wasn't worth fighting, Cheney answered, "So?" Let me see. Let's look at the casualties, 4,213 to be precise as of December 5 of this year. That is military, and I believe this is just combat. Here is the Iraqi body count, though General Tommy Frank's opinion is we don't do body counts. The next argument was that Iraqis deserved democracy. Well, I've got news for you. Off the top of my head, I can count a dozen or more countries ruled by dictators. Let's go democratize them. I'm not serious, please. Well, I guess he put lipstick on that pig. Or differently worded, legacy problem 1 solved. More to come. Merry Christmas to you guys.